This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
You know, it's interesting. I just had a realization that we call it a bumper in the media world, you know, the intro to the show. And this word came up, and I've heard that thing a million times. The word connect, just like bing, popped out for me. Again, I've heard it a million times. And it has such meaning, especially today, because this is what she does, helps connect us with the universe, spirit, and I'm going to say most importantly, ourselves. She is a healer, spiritual teacher, guide, and offers so much holistic healing. She is also an author, and we're going to talk about her book, one in particular that has a lot of meaning, a lot of messages, and there's a reason we're talking about it today as well. She is Barbara Ann Strassman, back on the program. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Steve. I'm very grateful to be here because today is a special day for me.
It really is, and we've been talking about the book, which is called The Way of God's Love, for quite some time. We're like, yeah, we got to talk about the book. Got to talk about the book, but today is the day. And could you tell us why?
Today is Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Today is the day my dear love, who's called JC in the book, it is his birthday. And he always thought it was a bad day. It was bad luck. And for Italians, it's not. It's a good day. But this day is just so powerful because he's my JC in the book. He's my savior. And he was brought to me, if you will, at a low, low point. And he's the one that lifted me up. And the book is our love story, but it's about how we just never know what's going on behind the scenes. Because here he was, I met him, and he's like this grease monkey. He's an auto body guy, not somebody who I thought I'd ever be attracted to. He's a race car driver. He's wild. He's crazy. And in the story of the book, I learned not to judge a book by its cover, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Because he was really a spiritual, deep being. And the cover of my book is one of the visions I had after he passed. And we are in a chariot. We are ascending. And he took me to different levels. I thought I was so-called the spiritual one, but he had that depth. We had experiences that I share in the book where literally we could see into each other's soul. And to have a guy like that be in that moment with me and know it, I was truly blown away. So all week I've been failing him. All week he's been around me. He just, sometimes you think a loved one is going to come at the time they've passed, and, those sacred times of the year, you feel them, and I do. But man, this week he's making his presence known. Why right now? You don't always know, but he's powerful. He's a powerful, loving being. And we were talking about being sensitive. And so here's this macho man, right? I'll have to send you a picture. He truly was a macho man. And he was so sensitive, so in tune. He just came in. Sorry, when I jump, he just came in. Oh, wow. He's right here. Ooh. But he never used that language. He knew he was creative. He knew he could manifest. He really connected with people. He had true friendships and the love for his wife. And he would be like, I don't know what it is about you. What? I don't know. There's something really strange about you. And why we connected? I would say, okay, God, really? Why? What's going on here? And it's because we took each other to new levels, new heights, and new depths. And you just learned that the connection is really about that soul connection. Like you and I connected immediately, I felt the first time we met. So JC and we connected immediately. And then I discovered how universe brought us together, the whys. But it's like, who is your savior? Do we all have somebody who, in a sense, saves us? And in the book, I have so many stories, and it'd be like, I saved him again. I saved him again. And it'd be like, and I literally would save him on a physical level. He's floating out to sea. And all of a sudden he kind of wakes up and we're out there. And I didn't know it, but he started to panic. And I'm like, what's the matter? He says, I don't swim. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm yelling. I'm screaming, if
And
you will.
This is a true story.
This is true, right? And nobody's responding. No lifeguard. Oh, wow. No lifeguards are responding, and we're way out. Now he's 200 and some odd pounds. He's like over 100 pounds more than I am. I'm only 5'1". And here I am, like rescuing and saving him again. And he would always say, "You've saved me." But really, it was on many levels, right? So how do lifeguards not come in? And so in my book, I talk about the invisible lifeguards, because who was working through me that I was able to swim him back in? I mean, really, I can't tell you how I physically swam him back in. And nobody ever showed up, even when I got him in to show up. But there's many stories, and it'd be like, oh my God, you saved me again. So,
So I work in music, and songs download. And the song just popped in my head. Oasis is the band. They're from the UK. The song is Wonderwall. Listen to the lyrics, but I'm going to read the piece from that song. And
Wonderwall?
You're my Wonderwall. And here's the lyric that always stands out, but there's a lot of other stuff in the song. And after all, you're my Wonderwall. I said, maybe, I can't sing, by the way. You're going to be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my Wonderwall.
Oh my God, you got to send that to me. So guess what? My nickname, once I met JC, and he has brothers that work with him, and long story, my nickname was Wonder Woman. And I have all these Wonder Woman cups and statues and shirts. My nickname was Wonder Woman. And I don't know if I ever told you, but because of the healing work I do and stuff, he would be afraid. So here's this guy that I realized in the end, so spiritual. He would say, don't wear that pointy white hat. Don't you dare put that pointy white hat on when you work on me. Because he had a neck brace, Steve. So get this. He had a neck brace from all his car accidents. He wore it 24/7. Yeah, an actual neck brace, 24/7. Long story. But through the healing work I do, I got him out of that neck brace. Now, that was like a miracle in itself. Okay, he had it for like 22 years or something. He had been wearing it. And he gradually actually came out of it. I could help them. Never. I don't know who.
But you knew somehow.
Yes.
You knew.
Exactly.
I want to get into your relationship with him, then to the book.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to read this verse. This is the opening verse of the song, and it's funny we're here talking about it today on his birthday. Song goes like this. Same song, by the way. Wonderwall. Oh. Today is the day that they're going to throw it back to you. By now, you should somehow realize what you got to do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Oh my God.
So there, I guess that's my message for you. And how funny the song starts with the word today. And
Today,
it's his
right,
birthday and it's today.
right.
And then I think of this song, and I've always loved that song. As a matter of fact, um, I don't sing, but 2 years ago on my birthday, I was friendly with a band and they were playing a gig, and I had a bunch of friends that came down. It was a last minute thing. And they start singing that song, and I was like, blanket. And I jumped up on stage and I started singing that song with them. I have the video. I can't sing, by the way.
Really?
I pulled it off. I pulled it off though, but it's just
Wow.
there's something magical about that song. I haven't put my finger on it, but maybe this is it. Tell me about your relationship with him, how it started, and that journey right there.
So I had been recently divorced, and in Massachusetts, you have to do all sorts of different things with vehicles, what name they're in. So, long story short, I had to go have an inspection done when my ex and I changed cars, and I couldn't find the auto body shop where I was supposed to have that inspection done. So I walk into a honeydew and I'm at the counter and I'm like, does anybody know where C and J auto body is? And he jumps up, that's me, follow me. So that's how I first met him. And we connected immediately because I actually knew how to do the inspections that he was doing. And long story short, I had the inspection done. I told him I could help him, and of course he never called. And then Universe broke my windshield. Oh, guess what? He does windshields. Now I've never had a broken windshield. So I went back. I had to get my windshield fixed. And I'm like, you never called me. And he's like, oh, yes, I did. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Well, sooner or later, he finally called me. His wife, his daughters, they're like, what do you got to lose? And then he started coming as a client for that neck brace. And what happened, what amazed him, and this goes with do what you're supposed to do. He didn't fill out his intake form. I have a medical intake form. I found every single thing in his body without him telling me. The diabetes, the broken rib cage, and on, high blood pressure, on and on and on. And so it was like this wraparound. I was into his body energetically with the healing work. I was tapping in to his psyche when he didn't believe in any of this stuff. And literally, like, I always talk about the flower of life and interconnectedness. We were connecting and interconnecting on levels that he didn't even conceive of. And what was happening was I got to see what I was really supposed to be doing. And I think that's what he helped to bring forth is like, you just got to do what your gifts are. And that's the messages I've
Mm.
gotten from the universe. You can't keep hiding whatever your gifts and talents are.
What
You
if
got
you
to
know
go
what?
for it.
What if you know what they are, and you feel it in your heart, like that you have that confirmation, like yeah, that's what it is, but
Mhm.
you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to. Maybe you don't know how to use those gifts,
Mhm.
or where the direction to go in. And let's be honest, we're it's okay to monetize your gifts as well, as long as you're
Yeah.
doing it for the greater good. Um,
Right.
but what if I got it, I know it, I feel it, I've always wanted to, but I don't know where to go with it.
hmm So you know how we talk about dropping in, meditating, connecting to source, listening to dreams, signs and messages. We've been talking for weeks about signs and messages. So I assist people, teach them how to connect in. Because if you don't know the answer, where is it going to come from? So my whole book is about that. What were the signs and messages that led me to all of the work that I do? What led me here? What's the inspiration? But we have to get out of our head to sense them, to feel them. So it's not about necessarily thinking them, but if you ask the universe, if you go in and kind of ask God or universe, okay, what am I supposed to do with these gifts? Then you have to go into the silence and you have to listen and watch for the signs. And really, that's the book. So there's different levels in my book, but my purpose of the book is to show you how those signs and messages arrive, how they come in different forms. So maybe it's through a dream, maybe it's through hearing the same thing said 3 different times, maybe it's the people that show up in your life. So, like right now, you and I started the podcast, all of a sudden, opportunities are coming in for podcasts.
Connection. That's the word again, because we're connecting, the song connecting, all of those pieces are, but we're open to it. But in our daily lives, we might not be thinking about it. Is this essentially manifesting what you feel and believe, where it's been said, don't worry about how you're going to do it. Just believe you got it. It's happening. Maybe it's happening right now. And the other pieces will just fall into place, because we get caught up. Well, I can't get to this until I do this, and I have to have funds to get here. Blah, 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 and then we derail with our own homebrewed negativity.
Right. Well, that's it. Because once you get into the head, once you get into the fear and the, oh my God, and how am I going to do it? Then you're not trusting the universe. So what I say, it's already happening. We don't know. So I love you. So the lesson that I picked for today was, we never really know what is going on behind the scenes. That's a quote from my book. We never really know what's going on. So it is happening. There are opportunities being presented to us, but we have to get out of the way, so to speak, right? If we have that fear and constriction, we're going to block the signs. They can be there, but we're not going to trust them. We're not going to see them. So when we're talking about that sensitivity, we have to open ourselves up to hear, to feel, to tune in. And that's what meditation does. That's what the breath work does, healing work. Most of my healing work is helping to release those barriers around the auric field, to come out of the mind, stop giving all our power to the mind, and dropping into the heart. And I don't know how that sounds to people, but it really is about getting out of the way, getting out of thinking that I know. Because if I think I know everything, it's not going to work out. It's not going to work. It means I am not tuned in, connected to the universe, to what's really going on, really. Because everything's just that energy. So I let it pull me, push me, lift me, stop me, literally every moment. The more I can be tuned in. Sometimes I just know when I'm walking, whoosh, turn around and come back. So it's trusting the vibrations and the feelings that are arising.
So I want to ask this question, kind of out there. JC, can I ask what his first name is? I need to. I don't know.
It's really Gerald, but we call him Jerry.
Okay.
And his last name started with a C.
Okay.
So I was writing the book and I had to change the names, right?
Sure.
Oh my God, JC.
And well, on the side here, JC is also a name of someone else. You talk about God in the book, of course.
Exactly. My savior, who's right? Just an example. Yeah.
Yeah. So beautiful relationship. Sadly, he passed. Can I ask how long ago he passed?
7 years. And 7 is a very spiritual number.
It is.
There
and
it goes again.
this 7 is a big one for, oh my gosh. My mom passed 7 years ago this week.
This week?
Well, technically last week. 7.
May I ask the date?
She passed on the 1st and her funeral was on the 5th.
Okay. So may you notice how you've been feeling the past week? Right, because sometimes we don't connect it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mom's here. Your mom has come to me, by the way. I sent you a
I don't
note.
doubt it.
I sent you a note. I don't know if you read it, but she came to me several weeks ago on like a Saturday or Sunday after our podcast. But yeah, so it's just like, oh, sometimes we don't know what we've been feeling. Yeah, I've got the tear right there too.
Yeah, feeling
the
it.
tear for you.
So my question is, and it's not based on this stuff, but just life in general. Do you feel that everything is temporary?
Well, I believe the only constant is change. So yes, if everything is energy is always in motion.
It's always
like
moving.
Emotion.
Yep.
So it's always changing. And that's the whole key. How do we ride that wave? So if you're trying to control it, you're flatlined.
And
right?
that's
If you're trying to keep everything right, it doesn't work. You're flatlined.
Yeah.
You're not riding the wave. You're not emoting. You're not feeling. How do you know what's right for you?
we don't.
Right? I didn't
we
think JC was right for me. I'm like, really, God? Really?
and
God, what are you doing, God?
and we think we do, because
Right.
when we have those thoughts, it keeps us safe. Because, well, yeah, I'm good here. I'm just stay doing what I'm doing. And by the way,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
the piece of advice that always stood in my mind from my mom, and it's exactly what you're saying. And when I was a kid, you know, she'd say these things, these little phrases, and I'd be like, what do you know? You're old. I love you, but you're old. Go with the flow. And that's what you're saying.
Yes, because if we resist change, if we put up that wall, if we block it, if we go into fear, right? Literally, we're creating a wall of energy. So nothing's getting in. We're bumping against the wall, so to speak. And it creates some kind of dis-ease. It's a barrier. Is that race car that he drove, how many times did he hit the wall? How many times did he not pay attention? And that's what life is. It's our wake-up calls. So in my book, you go through a lot of my major wake-up calls with me. Because when we don't hear the messages or see them or connect, universe gets louder and louder and louder until we have to listen. And I'd love to help people not get to that point, to maybe, let it be a little bit less.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you're the volume. You're the volume to turn it up. And I'm involved in a little personal thing going on right now. Nothing major, but just legally protecting and things like that. And to your point, 3 different people have said the same thing, and they're all disconnected from this situation. And they said, what if blah, blah, blah. And inside of me, it's like, yeah, but can't be. Everybody else is just randomly throwing things out. So to me, that's the universe saying, okay, you need to double check that and just make sure that you're legally protected. Again, nothing major, but just, I bring it up because it's in real time, but it's also, to your point, you need to listen. And I'm hearing it. And it's like, okay, why would I hear it 3 different ways?
Right.
There's
3 different ways. And then, because we don't want to, but you didn't ask people. So it just came in. So that is really important.
That's the point.
Unsolicited. Right.
Unsolicited.
And you can ask before you go to sleep at night.
I forget
or
to do
before
that.
a meditation. You can just ask and then let it go. Just say, you know what? Is blank in my best and highest interest? Just give me a sign, universe. But you have to let it go there. You have to just say, okay, not think about it. Because again, as soon as we're thinking, we're blocking. We want to trust whatever comes in. We want to get out of our heads and just say, okay, show me where to go. And it's really hard sometimes. Yeah. It's really hard to let go. And
the damn logical side of your brain gets in the way. We are out of time. We need to do like 4 hours.
Come on. How did that happen?
I don't know. Thank you for sharing the book, Deeper Detail. You've mentioned it before, but now I got it. Now I really got it. And what's wonderful about it is it's in such a easy to read style, as if you're like the friend is talking to you. How do we find that book? There's a link on your website.
There's a link on my website. Yep. Heartandsoulholistic.com. Both books are there. And if you sign up for my emails there, then you can find out about classes and retreats. Because I'm just finishing up the workbook that goes along with the Way of God's Love. And the workbook is to help you navigate your life, to go deeper, because you can read the book just as a love story. I know this is interesting, but it's really a spiritual journey. There's many different levels or depths to the book. So the workbook takes you deeper if you're not somebody who can just go there on your own. So it's meant for anybody individually as a guide, for spiritual leaders, and my retreats and classes are starting already.
The workbook is a wonderful idea, because some of this is woo. We're on board, but sometimes I don't know if I can follow along. What's your website?
Heartandsoulholistic.com.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Okay, JC.
And by the way,
sound just like JC. Come on.
And by the way, on my
what is it about you?
on my vision board right here is a picture of my Wonder Woman.
Oh, you're kidding.
Waiting for her to show up.
Let's see her. I'm your Wonder Woman.
Would it be funny if she shows up?
Your mother loves me.
I believe it.
Your mother thinks we're great together. I have to tell you, she came in so happy and laughing. Go read the note I sent you. It was hysterical. And just for the record, I don't try to connect. It just happens. I don't try to
yes.
anybody.
Here's a random song that flies into my head with these lyrics.
Right.
And it's his birthday. Today is the day. And then Wonderwall, random title, and you were known as Wonder Woman. Right.
So how do you think that happened?
Because it was supposed to.
Field, your antenna, you're open. And as soon as we connect in, we open each other more.
Because it's supposed to happen.
Yeah. And there just is a resonance. It just is.
I can't. You don't have to convince me.
Oh, good. All right.
Not even in the least. I get it. Thank you for today. Love what you do. Love you. And happy birthday, JC.
Good. Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Love you too. Have a great week and look forward to next week with you.
Likewise.
Discover your inner light through heart-centered healing. I offer transformative therapies such as reflexology, craniosacromyofascial, somato-emotional release work, and my signature healing therapy called Divine Matrix Soul Healing. Each session is sacred, it's personal, and is truly unique. So I'm Barbara Ann Strassman. Please find me at heartandsoulholistic.com when you are ready to transform. And together, we will help you to shine your light. Thank you.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.